managerial styles, so I've just taken different things you may be doing with them. Okay? So if you're making a presentation to the supporter, then it should probably be slow and comfortable. Slow and comfortable. If you're doing it with an analytical, it should be probably slow and systematically, well organized. With the controller, fast and definite, and with a promoter, fast and loose. Okay, fast and loose. Above all, focus with the supporter on relationship and communication with the analytical, the task and the method. Okay, with the controller, the task and the results, and the promoter, relationship and fun. Doesn't mean they don't want results, but as you're talking about it, the relationship's important along with the fun. Ask them for help and support. Ask the analytical for their analysis of the situation. Ask the controller how to. And by the way, always give controllers option if you're selling to them. Look, there's 2 or 3 options here. What do you think? See, then that puts them in charge. Okay, they become the decision maker. Okay, so ask them how to, and ask the promoter for their thoughts and their views. The promoter gets upset if you don't ask for their thoughts and their views. Okay, and don't, with the supporter, rush them or be harsh. And don't, with the analytical, be late. Very important. Here's why you don't want to be late with an analytical. When you say you need a half hour and they say, okay, you got from 10 to 10:30, they know exactly what they're going to do at 10:30. So that doesn't allow you to go over. Okay, and they will be watching. You're finished. Okay, now. Okay, so don't be late, because they run their life on schedules. Okay, with the controller, don't talk too much and don't bore them with the details. And with the promoter, just don't bore them. Okay? They like stimulation. They like new things. Okay, and they do not like you having a lot of rules they have to follow. And when playing with a supporter, you be easygoing and cooperative. So if you're playing golf or playing snooker or pool or some other game with a supporter, you say, come on, let's go play. We just hang out. Doesn't matter who wins, we just play. Okay? See, but it matters who wins with the controller if you're playing with them. They want you to be challenging and courageous and aggressive because that's the way they're going to be. They want the competition. If you're playing with the analytical, be structured and have the rule book with you. These are the golfers that always carry the rule book. Okay, they pull out the rule book. Well, here's what the rules say. Okay, the analytical drives the promoter will drive the analytical nuts on the golf course because they're flexible and fun. So they whap into the bush. So when the promoter goes. Gives it a little kick. There it is. Right? And the analytical says, I know he's cheating. And the poor analytical, if he's in the rough and there's nobody within 1,000 kilometers, he still won't kick it out. He keeps going to follow the rules. To persuade them, the supporter, guarantees and assurances. Okay? The analytical, you know, okay, let's say Becky. Then you got to have your data, your facts, and your documentation together. Okay. With Donald Trump, give him options, probabilities. How's it going to work out? With Zuma, give them testimonies where it's been done, and with the supporter, support their feelings, and talk feelings with the supporter. Don't say, "What do you think?" Say, "How do you feel about this?" Because they feel about it. Okay, this is how they feel. Okay. Support the analytical, their principles, and their type of thinking, and it's very clear how they think. Okay? Support their conclusions and their actions. They love to hear that. When you say, man, can you ever handle a lot of work? They'll usually say, wait till you see me get warmed up, man. You know. And the promoter, support their concepts and their ideas. And save these people conflicts, save the analytical embarrassment, save the controller time and energy, and save the promoter effort and energy. And show the supporter how it impacts personal circumstances, show the analytical it can be logically justified, show the controller how it can be done, what it can do, and the costs and when, and show the promoter how they can be the first in, and a pace setter, and ahead of the pack. They buy all the trinkets and all the new stuff, okay? And implement with the supporter with care, with Mbeki on the analytical, implement with accuracy. With Trump, implement with conviction. Zuma, implement with style. Gotta have style. Okay? And talk feelings, talk facts, talk goals and outcomes, talk looking good. Okay? And atmosphere here with the supporter would be casual, serious with the analytical, business-like here, exciting there. Okay? Full body language, the third category down. With the supporter, they'll probably have a gentle, caring handshake, attentive, open, relaxed. With the analytical, more of a soft, robotic handshake. They'll be observing, analyzing, more closed and more conservative. With the controller, they're going to be a solid, strong handshake, a steady eye contact, a nice direct posture, business-like, and they'd like that out of you, by the way. And a promoter, they're going to be an energetic handshake, okay? Visually shows response, open and animated, and touches, okay? So they touch people a lot. They like to be touched. Like the analyticals, you don't ask them for a group hug before they leave. But someone like me, I touch. Now let me say a couple of things about the style here, okay? Very important. Every single person in here has all 4 styles within you, okay? All 4 styles. And it just depends to what degree, okay? That's the key. So it isn't that you don't have them. And as I said before, there is nothing there that's negative. It's just the way it is, okay? It's just the way it is. If you want to do in-depth assessments, I've connected with a company out of Canada that does assessment tools and gives you more depth. Let me just give it to you, okay, if you want to write it down. It's www. www.crgleader. www.crgleader.com/forward KBI. www.crgleader.com/forward KBI. Now, in reference to the styles, and here's the key, is that often we want other people to be the way we think they should be. But they're going to be who they are. You ever heard somebody say something like this? I just can't believe it. I mean, I've told that guy once, I've told him twice, 3, 4, 5, 6 times how to do that, and he has screwed up again. I just can't believe it. You know what I say? Believe it. If it walks like a duck and it talks like a duck, it is not an eagle. So see people for who they are. Now, very important, okay? These tools, kinds of things can be dangerous because we could walk out of here thinking there's something wrong with us. And see, you got pluses and minuses. There's a saying, know thyself. I know my weaknesses, you can see that. Okay? I know my strengths. So therefore, if I know those, I then know how to deal with it, don't I? And same as with those people you live with and those that you do business with. But most important of all is your true self-worth. Okay? Everybody in here is worthy. See, you and I are not how much we have. We're not the car we drive or the car we don't drive. That's not you. It's not me. We're not the homes we live in. Okay? We're not the clothes we wear. We're not the degrees we have. And we're not the money we have in our bank or the money we don't have in our bank. Now, we can relate to it and we can identify, but it's not who you and I are. Okay? You and I are not what others think of us either. Okay? We're not what others think of us. Our true sense of value can only come from within. And it's not connected to a job. And it's not connected to a possession or another person or even your personality profile or entrepreneurial profiles. That's not who you are. It comes from the knowledge that you are of great value just because you are a living being. See, everybody in here, including me, we are already worthy. And see, worthiness is a perception. That's all it is. So somebody with high self-worth has a perception of high self-worth. Somebody with low self-worth has a perception of themselves as low self-worth. When in actually, every single person in here is equally worthy because we're living beings. And you are worthy of success.